What is the Sexiest Man Alive? Why is that on your computer? Yeah, I understand that. That's why I want to ask in front of everyone. You and me or everyone? I am not going to talk to you about the Sexiest Man Alive. No, this is not going to be a to be continued. This is why, in the middle of your laptop, you're a grown-ass man.
And then they want to know, like, the next podcast. Okay, the meat and potatoes coming. It's just the dessert. Yeah, the appetizer. We're live, by the way.
That's on your computer.
I don't want to know what else is on his computer.
Do you want me to put this in the podcast?
Oh, absolutely.
This is the intro now.
Well, I'm not. Listen, for the first time in 3 weeks, I have not been yelled at opening the show.
Oh,
Wait.
that ends tonight.
Listen, you guys keep it up. You can do another week without me. I'm gone 1 week. He's got Audio Vaughn's got Sexiest Man Alive on his computer.
And
What the hell is going on there? That goes beyond Christmas spirit, dude. I don't even know what that's about.
But we got to talk. Some things have changed since you've been on the show last.
Well, listen, forget it. I'm not.
The best part is Audio Vaughn's wife is sitting right next to him.
Who is the guy, though? Is that you? Are you on the magazine?
Is that Maury's face superimposed onto that person's body?
Is that skin tone?
Was it a good-looking body? I'll take it.
It is not a good-looking body.
Oh, wow.
Who is that?
I don't know. I can't see.
It's-
Bernardo Shaw.
It's just a man. That's the worst part. It's not even like Tom
Rock.
Cruise. It's a man.
Yeah, it's just a random guy that.
Excuse me. I have a man.
Right, there's just a man.
I have a man on my computer too, but it's a picture of my grandfather standing with me on his birthday. You have the Sexiest Man Alive, and it's just a guy.
Hashtag Bernardo Shaw.
First off, how did the show end before it started? I mean, we hit new heights on this one. Or new lows, depending on how you look at it.
That's how you streamline, boys, going into the new year.
That's right.
That's how you end a decade. Good to see you guys. See you in the new year.
Yeah.
Audio Vaughn, I'm shocked and appalled. I'm not really sure. It just caught me off.
That means we're warming up.
It's the purple letters. What is Santa Claus's favorite breakfast? Missile toast. Hashtag missile toast. And I'm done for 2019.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard, but I also love it. I don't know. What are you going to do?
Do you Google these before you
Listen,
come?
I'm a plethora of humor.
Did you pick these up on the road, or is this? Did they come to you?
It just,
Is it a gift?
It's just a voice.
Are you hearing voices, Bill?
I do hear voices.
Yeah, you got two of them in your head right now.
It just stares at you.
It does. He's looking at you seductively.
I feel like it's a set screensaver. Is that right?
All right, so for the audience, tell them what's going on, because I can't even see it. I'm not on the right side of the
So I'm
room.
sitting here. We're sitting in the mansion.
The
I was
dungeon.
allowed back this week. And I'm sitting here, and Audio Vaughn and I are catching up because it's been, 7 full days, 2 weeks, whatever it's been. And there's a picture of a guy on his laptop. People's Sexiest Man Alive. Why? Why come? Why come is that there? And why is it pointing kind of like at me? It's not like it's on his computer and like I happen to do this and go, oh, who's that? It's nonchalant angled at me. So if Bill looks at me a little bit, boom, here's Bernardo Casey, whatever his name is, Sexiest Man Alive.
I think it's a hidden dig at you, Bill, to be honest. Or maybe he's trying to give you some motivation.
Listen, you open any big man's dress magazines, and I'm the guy in the flannel shirt with the beard. Page 26, $44.95 for that flannel shirt.
And you could get your magazine subscription today for $19.99 a month.
Or you could go to WonderWorks, and it comes with the package of pizza and salad.
Yeah, that's right.
All you can eat.
We missed you at WonderWorks last week. We were there. We had the incredible Tony Brent on the show. It was a great time, but we missed you.
Is that Tony Brent?
Why are you still looking at it?
It's staring at me, man. It's like,
Let me fix that.
thank you. Jeez, Lou.
Yeah, well, it was a great show last week, Bill. You were dearly missed.
I was dearly missed.
I think Audio Vaughn forgot to send you the invite, or I don't know, did he flatten your tires, or?
No,
I locked him in the dungeon.
Listen, man. If you leave me in a room with a light on, sometimes I forget how long I'm in there anyway. So I was just excited when you guys said, hey, you want to come and do a podcast? Sure.
Now Bill's talking like Bernardo Shaw.
Who is he? I mean, what does he do?
I've never heard of him.
Can you at least tell me why he's voted Sexiest Man Alive? Well, I mean, what does he do? Is he an actor?
Yeah, well, he's trying to be an actor.
So he's not even established, I guess.
He's not.
And
I was just trolling him. This is just a joke.
but for the love of Pete. Wow.
I wish him luck.
I wish him luck as well.
Yeah, I wish him luck too. I'm not really sure who he is.
Bernardo,
but-
if you're listening, you need new friends.
Yeah.
Get out of my head.
And get new fans too while you're
Yeah,
at
you're
it.
killing. Whatever you've done, you're killing me.
And
dude.
you've also ruined the opening
Yeah,
for us.
yeah.
And more, you know, over the last couple of weeks, that was probably the perfect opening. Let's be honest. The only thing that would have made it better, Billy Gunn.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
he did a good open.
Yeah,
Billy Gunn makes everything better.
he does. Yeah, makes me smile. We got some, which we'll have again. Not Billy Gunn, but we have an exciting guest coming on after the first of the year. We'll talk about that when it gets closer.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Male, female.
Female.
Oh no.
Yeah. There's two of them going to come back or together.
Audio Vaughn, am I sick that week?
Nope.
I think we're filming at your
I could
dungeon
have
that
the
week.
We may actually.
We are never filming at my dungeon.
All I can say is there will be a Demotts on the show.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I do have the flupus that week. I believe I'm in Thailand that week. You know, in my passport, I have 4 passports.
Right.
3 used. I've been, travel everywhere. In my passport, I was in Thailand for 3 days one time. Never remember being there.
Did you drink the water?
No, I don't remember.
Well, that would explain it.
I remember being everywhere else that's stamped in my passport. I'm stamped in Thailand, and till this day, I don't know why.
Do you know when you were there?
No, it says when.
Oh, but you don't remember?
No, because I believe I was somewhere else.
You didn't have a shot out there? or anything?
Nope, I never wrestled in Thailand ever.
Maybe you put the wrong stamp on. I don't know.
It has to be, but you'd
That's
think they don't
amazing.
make mistakes like that.
You would hope they don't make
Yeah,
mistakes.
you would really hope.
Listen,
In my defense,
you were left unsupervised.
it was in a time period where I very well could have been in Thailand and wasn't supposed to be. So who knows? But it's just one of those things.
During the crazy days.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Chris,
Listen,
and this is our Christmas episode.
This is our Christmas. We're festive. Maury has a fig tree.
Festivus. I love Festivus.
Festivus for the rest of us.
Yeah, my best friend back home, Carson, he actually has a real pole.
Oh,
And him and his family celebrate it. He actually brings it over to my house whenever I'm back in Pittsburgh, and he has my family celebrate it. It's a trip, man.
you
want
to fight? Because you get to wrestle at Festivus.
Head
Yeah,
of the
you do.
house.
Me and Audio Vaughn.
You air grievances.
And we don't eat until there's a winner.
That's right. And then you get to air grievances.
Are we airing grievances?
If you're doing Festivus, you got to air
I
grievances.
just have to think Thailand and the freaking Sexiest Man Alive. I'm good now. I aired all my grievances.
Yeah. Feats of strength.
That's where you wrestle.
Lacey thinks that's the dumbest show ever created.
Seinfeld?
Well, everyone's met my wife. Humor is not her thing.
Lacey, we love you.
I think you're
Has
the
nothing to
funniest
do with
woman
it.
alive.
I think Bill.
You two are chicken.
I think what Bill meant to say was
No,
you're.
what
you're
Bill
an
meant to say is she has no sense of humor. Bill knew what he was saying. I got a key. I can get in.
Wow. Lacey,
Do you have a sleeper couch, Bill? Or?
Listen.
Lacey, blessings to you. God is good.
Yeah. He knows. God knows she ain't got no humor. That's why he brought the laughing man into her life.
Yeah, I could imagine that right there. Somebody with a lot of humor and then somebody who's very.
It's very.
Humorous.
It was our anniversary yesterday.
Yeah, happy anniversary. How long has it been?
15 years
15 years.
on paper.
On paper.
Yeah. I think we're together 20 years,
Wow.
but 15, and no humor.
None.
No. And,
She doesn't laugh at anything.
Has she
oh,
ever
no,
even
that's not
cracked a
true.
smile?
She laughs at some stupid stuff, but nothing that's funny.
You ready? I know something makes her laugh. You ready? Robert Campbell.
Campbell doesn't make her laugh. Her birthday is December 14th.
You guys all
My
have a birthday
anniversary.
together.
My anniversary is December 18th, and then Christmas. So for like the first 3 years of being together, like when you're dating or whatever it is,
Yeah.
I thought I could be the man and rock out one big present. That's FUBAR. That never happened.
No.
That didn't happen 1 year in 20 years.
No, you got to knock out 3 big presents of that.
No.
The nice thing is, though, I noticed between November and like December, all of the Demotts have all of their birthdays and anniversaries in that little bit of time.
Casey, July.
Yeah.
It's like
Casey's July.
every time I wake up, I look, I'm like, all right, which Demott do I have to say happy birthday to today?
So my nephews are Novembers. 3 of my nephews are Novembers. They're all like, why couldn't we all make them the 10th? Everybody just to celebrate on one day.
Right. Make life easy.
I was 40 years old before I had a birthday party.
Are you serious?
What?
Because you're always on the road.
My brother is October 26th. My sister, so my brother's a year younger. My sister's a year older. Hers is October 27th. And then I'm November 10th. Wow. So my mom, single mom, she had a birthday party because my brother and sister were right there.
Right.
So she just have all 3 at once.
Oh, wow.
Happy birthday, Debbie Boone Darrow. Happy birthday, Debbie. Nothing.
So your first birthday was at 40 years old.
40 years old. Lacey threw me a 40-year-old birthday party.
What'd you do?
Oh, I don't know.
He doesn't remember. I can tell you where it was, though. Thailand.
Yeah, that's right.
Whoa. My mom drank a gallon of moonshine with me.
Yeah,
Wow.
and she's still around walking. And,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's a trooper.
Yeah.
In Thailand with the world's sexiest man.
I maybe gotta ask my mom. We ever been to Thailand? I'll show you the passport. It's the damnedest thing I've ever seen.
That's crazy.
Well, then.
So, what else you guys want to do?
So we got some stuff to talk about. So first of all, Maury, he has been dying for the last 2 weeks to tell us a story. So I'm going to give you the open mic.
All right. So here's the thing. I have this story, right? And everybody who I tell it to calls bullshit, except for there are a couple people that were there that were like, no, that definitely happened.
What happened?
Okay.
So you will find out right after these commercial breaks, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Stay tuned to hear from an exciting word from our sponsor.
That was a terrible segue. Most people hate this story, but I'm going to tell it to you anyway. Are we?
This
are
is
we
where you
break,
have
what
to
do we
put
break
a,
for?
you got to put a sponsor here. Yeah, right here. I'm just doing this to.
even have a sponsor. We have a sponsor.
Yeah.
Just pick one of our 30 that we have. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
That Maury all got that are not paying us, by the way.
yeah. Well,
And they all happen to be T-shirt companies. All right.
Who don't make men's-size T-shirts?
No. But they make a really good picture of a turkey in a jail cell.
okay. So
What do you call a turkey in a jail cell? Never mind.
we already got your hashtag to get today.
Mistletoast.
Mr. Toast.
I told your Halloweeny joke the other day.
It goes over well.
It did. It really
I'm telling
did.
you guys have no idea.
Did you do that while you were doing comedy? Like, were you on stage?
Yeah, I was at a party. Well, not on stage, but I was at a party with a bunch of people around.
Never fails,
Told
man.
a joke. It was a great Halloweeny. All right, so Maury, I digress. Tell us about this amazing story that everybody calls bullshit.
Okay.
Bullshit.
It's not that they call it bullshit. It's so out there that you would think that somebody made it up, and then you realize it can't be made up.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
So I'm way over. This story probably actually really does suck, but so
let's tell it anyway.
yeah. Hey, we already went downhill with the world's sexiest man. Can it be that
we
much
can't
worse?
go-
that's
that's
brutal.
true. Set the bar real low.
All right, so I was working for this television network. I'm not going to say which one.
NBC?
No,
ABC?
no,
BET?
maybe. No, I'm not going to say which one, but
Fox affiliate?
oh my gosh, I'm never going to get this. How many do you know, Bill? So I know how many to say no to.
Just say stop it.
Stop it, Bill.
All right.
Hashtag mistletoes.
Got it. Turner
Okay.
Broadcast.
That's no. Although I would like to work for them, but because they own like everything. But so I'm working on this television show, and I was made to go do crew. It was for a reality show. It was a Christmas episode, and so they said, "Hey, I was just production assistant." And then I get there, and he said, "Hey, we need you to actually step in and do casting." And I said, "Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I could help you do that." So this is around May 12th, a couple years ago, and I actually had to cast Santa Clauses. So it was kind of weird because
Hold on. Santa Claus is?
well, I had one, but
So
there were about 30 people for this casting.
How did you
call.
get him from the North Pole?
Hashtag mistletoast. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of good.
Mistletoast.
You put it out, and anyways. So it's already weird because it's May and we're filming this Christmas episode. So I got all these Santa Clauses just roaming around, right? So like one of the things you do where, I'm taking pictures and I'm sending them out to like the director and stuff. And I'm getting like release forms, right? And then I have to process them and stuff like that. So while I'm doing that, everybody came, I said, you got about 5 to 6 hours today with us. So if you can't commit to that, you could just, leave now. But they all pretty much stayed. So as you go, you start to, okay, hey, thanks, but we don't need you for, and then you start doing like tape on, stuff like that. So we start narrowing down, we get down to about like 7 or so, and I'm processing all of these release forms, and all of a sudden, this really old Santa guy comes up to me and goes, hey, I think they're fighting out there. And I said, who? And he's like, the other Kris Kringles. And I was like, are you serious? Why are they fighting? He's like, I don't know, but you better go stop it. I said, yeah, I guess so. And I'm the only one around. I'm the only crew person to do any of this. So I go, and I say, hey, guys, everything okay? You're not going to believe it. So I guess there's a real Santa Claus school in Michigan. Like, it's where the official Santa Claus school is. So they're fighting over they're fighting over 2 things. One, over if reindeer male or female. And then they're fighting over, the big Santa Claus black belts, with the buckle. Well, I guess one of the teachers there, like, signed and gave one of the guys one. Well, I guess he did it for 2 guys, but said, it's a special thing. So they're comparing signatures in each other's face, taking their belts off. And I'm like, guys, you gotta calm down, okay? Like, I can't have you guys fighting over this. And they start throwing all this, like, no, this is why reindeer are female, this is why reindeer are male, and they're, like, going at it, right? So I go sit back down thinking they're just going to argue it out. The one guy was probably, like, 24. He had a black beard that he had actually taken house paint and made white. But he was the only one that was, like, kind of stocky, so I kept him around thinking maybe. And then all of a sudden, these guys are, like, now they're shoving each other. And there's a wife there with one of them. And
Was she
she's
Mrs.
jawing
Claus?
off. No, she wasn't. There was a Mrs. Claus with the one guy who we ended up picking, but she's jawing off at the other guy too. And now they're literally coming to blows over if reindeer women are male or female, right? Or so it's like the damnedest thing. So I kick them out. I said, guys, you're done. You got to get out of here, right? So they're on the street fighting with each other over this, and then the worst thing is they're fighting also over this damn belt. And which one's the authentic one from this damn teacher?
Wasn't this the plot of Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No, that was for Turbo Man.
But yeah, but
there was all
the Big Show was
fight.
in it. Yeah, with the fight with all the Santa Claus. Bill, did you ever dress up as in any kind of special garb and fight over a special belt?
I'm not answering that until the story's over. Is that the end of the story?
Well, no,
Is that the gist of the story?
The best part of the story, right? The guy who I pick, he looked great. He actually was a professional Santa Claus in a mall. And so...
in a mall.
So I picked him and I said, hey...
Santa, I know him, Audiophone. I know him.
Smell like meat and cheese.
So I said, hey, come back tomorrow. Here's your check. You got the part. Sign this other release and come back tomorrow. If you can come back tomorrow, you can be on the show. So he goes, okay. He's like, do you have a place I could change? And I said, yeah, you could change over there. And he goes in the dressing room, comes out, and I'm not messing with you. Comes out in black jeans, a leather jacket, and he gets on a Harley. He had the Harley outside of the thing. He gets on the Harley, and his wife pulls up in a Winnebago, and she comes out dressed as Mrs. Claus and says, well, can I audition so I can make some money too? And I said, I don't think we need a Mrs. Claus. We're good. And watching them drive away that day was the craziest ass thing I've ever seen. That was my story. You got guys fighting in May over if reindeer women are male. You got them fighting over a belt.
Bill, do you want to take this one?
I am both shocked and appalled that you had the colossal gall to hold on to that story until the happiest time of the year and then dump that over my head as we go into this Christmas season. And for this, I say, bah humbug.
I hope I didn't ruin Christmas for anybody.
I hope that everyone gets coal and every kid in the country loses their teeth. That was I hope everybody in the world listens to that story and then thanks their parents and kisses the ground they walk on that's not the story that's told in front of the tree on Christmas Eve. The night before Christmas, I got drunk Santa Clauses determining whose pee-pee's real and what reindeer makes the dance. Rudolph, he's a boy. Comet, boy. Blitzen, boy. And this is what's going to open the book in a little pop-up of 16 drunks in a Harley and a Winnebago, and Maury's going to tell the story. And now, boys and girls,
so wait,
all the St. Nicks are fighting. And I said to myself, self, I don't need a Mrs. Claus. So I took the Santa from the mall. He's got to be real. Happy New Year.
So Bill, are you on the side of the reindeer being male or female?
I absolutely, first of all, I would never say that story's a lie. That has to be true because no one's mind goes that way. And I believe that all reindeer are male.
And that's equality.
Hold on, Crystal. Did you know that story before you married him?
You have got to learn to embellish. Because I really feel like I can't afford any more hardened arteries, and you almost put me in a cardiac arrest. Like, I have chest pains listening to that because you built up to this whole thing and you went, so I took the Santa from the mall.
That was my Christmas story. Listen, okay, maybe you just had to be there where you're in May and you're breaking up guys
Can
fighting.
we, at least tell me what TV station it's for. The Treehouse guy? Discovery Channel?
Okay, so I'll tell you the station. I won't tell you the show.
Okay.
TLC.
Oh, yeah. That means nothing to me.
Yeah. No.
I know. I got really excited for a second. I'm like, oh, he saw my episode.
No.
Bill,
Matter of fact, I think when this show airs, you'll be getting a call from Disney asking for their passes back. Because you will not be allowed. That's the happiest place in the world, and you have crumbled Christmas in front of me. I'm 54 years old. I've seen things that no man should ever see, and you just stole Christmas.
But I gotta tell you, you look great for 54. I mean,
Well,
I don't.
You're a dick. I try so hard not to cuss.
Audio Vaughn, is the show over yet? I'm sure I killed it, but is it have a heartbeat at all?
Keep going.
No wonder we have so much great fan mail.
If we don't get fan mail from this episode, people are gonna go. Listen. I'll tell you right now. I will book you everywhere I speak, so you can have. I want to get a book made, and I want you to open up and have pop-ups, and I want you to tell this story. Because if the Grinch stole Christmas, you can make $1 million.
Oh, absolutely.
Maurice. Yes. Oh, I'm in.
Do you think I could do this in front of children?
You
Buddy,
should make this into a movie.
I got the whole set of kids I'd like you to do in front of too.
Well, do you want me to read the fan mail then that we got? It kinda,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Does it coincide with it?
Not that story, but it coincides with basically all of this.
Okay, go
the
ahead.
whole thing. So I didn't know. Did you know who in the subject who that was?
No.
Okay. So apparently he's a famous magician. So
Now I gotta look.
the subject says Doug Henning and Friends.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought
Audio
you sent
Vaughn.
it.
Do you see these emails before the show?
No.
Do you realize that there's 3 co-hosts to this show, and the Pulley brothers here conversate all through the week, and I sit here with my fingers twiddling, waiting for the next great Christmas story because I have no idea what they're talking about each and every week.
I thought you had to take up. I thought.
Just so not look at the text.
That's what I'm doing from now on until I hear
I
my
thought
name.
you took up your time finding the next hashtag.
Until we hear my name. I'm not talking.
So, Bill, what were you?
Doug Henning's friends.
Doug
Henning
Henning
and
and
Friends.
Thank you for putting Doug Henning in the subject there. That was great.
All right,
I
so
appreciate that.
this is actually really funny. So it says, I was going to spend $40 on a white noise machine to help me sleep, but then my friend Taro told me about the show. My dog with a speech impediment seems to like the show. Every time it's on, which has been once, he started saying, Mark, Mark, and wagging his tail. Wait, never mind. He's just dropping a deuce. Still waiting for you to pull a decent episode out of your hat. Your good friend, Ultimo Cheeseburger. Well, thank you, Ultimo Cheeseburger. Another fine letter.
Bill?
Was that an email directed to the show?
Yeah.
Do you know who that is?
Not directly. I was one of 4 active members on Raven's Patreon, and he was one of the other 3.
Quote the Raven.
I don't
Nevermore.
know what that is.
You know what Patreon is?
No.
Oh, it's like his popular social thing where we should get one.
Yeah. Anybody out there want to give us money? You hear that? That's silence.
Yeah, it's basically you go on Patreon. It's kind of like Facebook Live. You could do stuff, you could post stuff, and then people pay extra. They get the show here.
He sent that email to you because he's not a fan?
I think he's secretly a fan.
He just has a weird way of expressing it.
Yeah. Just like I troll Raven show every week with my fan mail.
Anyway,
Okay. So,
guy on Twitter asked this question. His name,
Does he want his name read?
I'm not gonna use his name, but he's on Twitter. Favorite WCW or WWE match?
Ooh. Could you give us one from each?
Favorite WCW. My favorite matches were definitely a whole bunch of them with Lance Storm. I don't know if Lance Storm's got to be in the top 5, and then WWE. I think would have to be. I went my rounds with A-Train and how many different characters he was in the course of time. Anytime 2 big men bang I enjoyed it, but Lance was, and then Lance too in WWE.
Yeah.
Lance Storm. If you can't have fun and get something done with Lance Storm, you're rotten.
so here's kind of tying into Lance Storm, right? And you may remember as a Mark, back in the early.
Wait a minute. What are we saying Mark for? Is name Mark or Mark isn't a Mark for wrestling?
No, Mark for wrestling.
I hate that word.
Yeah, me too. That's vulgar.
That's why I'm losing these
and
conversations.
derogatory.
You're saying Mark, so I don't know if he's calling you
I
Mark
wasn't
because
sure
you
either.
know him.
I wasn't sure either, but I don't know if they know me as my real name. So, but I know it's so tough having a
do you
legal
re-
name of Mark.
Right.
It
Do you remember
sucks.
when the internet first came out? Right. So back in the world, when it became popular, so in the late '90s, early 2000s, right? There were things online websites, e-federations. You ever hear what I'm talking about? Okay, so basically what would happen is you would come up with a character, right? You'd come up with a wrestler, and you would join this e-fed. And you would get put against a match with another guy, another e-fed. The way they did it is over the course of a week. It was actually pretty cool. Over the course of a week, you'd have to write a promo. So like a script. So if they were watching it, if it was a television show and you were watching the promo package, okay, and they would go and you would talk about the matches, and then there would be somebody, the owner of the federation, would grade the promos on creativity and things like they put on their website or whatnot, okay, and then he would write the matches, and they were pretty good. It was like writing a novel every week or writing a short story every week, and it would be a run a show, and it was actually pretty cool, right? I'm a dork. I spent most of my early teenage years in the E-Federations, but Lance Storm was the avatar for my character.
Interesting. I've never heard of an E-Federation.
I've just heard 2 of the most amazing stories I've ever heard in my life. And they both came around full circle to meaning absolutely nothing.
But we're trying to do this for you, okay? We're trying to entertain you.
You 2 are
here.
entertaining me to no end. I swear to God, I may never leave. That was that a paid site?
No, it was not paid.
E-Wrestling? What was it?
E-Feds, E-Wrestling.
E-Feds. I'm at a loss.
Yeah,
Maybe
no.
I should not miss. Maybe you can fill me in on the weeks I miss on what really happens. Do we drug test on this podcast? Because these 2 right here.
We can't say anything about that.
We can't say anything about that? HR.
Yeah, here is this it? Do they still have the web page up?
I thought you were asking the next question.
No, I think they still.
We only have 2 questions?
Oh, is this maybe?
We've been on the air 13 years. We got 2 questions? I only got 1 question
All right,
on
Yvonne,
Twitter.
that's enough out of you.
What is it? 2 questions in 30 minutes.
That's
That was the only one I got today because I've been bagging, so people don't really want to talk to me today.
Bill, you did take a whole show off. People thought you quit. They thought you weren't ready for these great stories we got for you.
I will tell what in the blue hell. No, I didn't quit. I wasn't invited.
That was Jimmy.
I thought you guys said we're taking the week off, and then I said, okay, we're taking the week off, and all of a sudden there's a show.
Yeah, no.
That's all, Yvonne. He didn't realize you actually are a big fan and listen to the show as well. So he didn't expect you to come across there.
Jeez, Lou. I buy all the merchandise as well. Got to support the sponsors. We don't suck, but we sure do stick. What is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we don't suck, but we sure do. Yeah,
See, they blew it. That was money.
yeah.
Are they still in the running? No?
No.
Well, listen, for those of you listening, if you want to look it up, the EFED I was in was the ICWF Insane Championship Wrestling Federation. I think I won a match of the year. It was actually pretty cool. It was called the Escape from Chillingham match. Okay. So in this match, you would appreciate this, right? So there was a show, it was a reality show called Escape from Chillingham. I'll never forget it. There's this castle in Europe. Okay. And they put people in, and it was a haunted castle. They put the cameras on, and all the weird stuff happened. My idea was to have a wrestling match inside of the haunted castle for the ICWF Television Championship, which I won.
I think he's selflessly promoting on the whole show here. I think he's.
What? What
Can we just say there were Christmas
does that
lights on
have
this
to
so that
do
we can...
with Christmas? I am so not in the spirit.
Because the Christmas episode, or the Christmas pay-per-view that they did for the ICWF happened in May.
Oh, for BET.
Yeah.
You're a jackass.
You know, Christmas,
love you.
Christmas Florida's right down the road.
Yeah. We're basically in Christmas, Florida.
Yeah,
All right,
I see the sign.
here's my wrestling Christmas story. We're in Fairbanks, Alaska. WW, were we in F or an E? I'll say we were in E because you can't say WWF anymore.
Yeah, get the F out, Bill.
I
You
did.
get the F out.
I did a few times. Moving on. So we're in Fairbanks, Alaska. This is how I know your story's bogus.
My story.
Because the guy who came to the show was Nick Claus. Came to the back. Now, I'm sitting there with, and here's where I get to name drop. I don't do that often, but it was a stacked card in Fairbanks, Alaska. Matt Hardy and Edge and Crash Holly and Chavo, and we were all up there, a split crew, so we were up in Fairbanks. And the guy comes to the show and he says, please come to the house. Comes to the back and he, come to the house. And if you look on the map, and if you go past Fairbanks about down the road, is North Pole. Down the road meaning a couple miles, whatever heck it is, North Pole. All right, I'm in. You're going down this road, and all of a sudden it lights up like Times Square.
Like a Griswold.
No, like a mansion in a city and a thing, and we were in the North Pole. Well, this guy took everybody's name. He was a big fan. Took everybody's name. Took all our kids' names. And by the time we were done on the road and got home and were ready for Christmas, every one of our kids and every one of our families had a letter from Santa Claus.
Wow. Oh. That's cool.
Casey's 26. Ask her where that letter is.
That's cool.
Where's the letter?
It's in her top drawer.
Wow.
In her bureau. So I met
awesome.
Santa Claus. We went. It was the most amazing thing because legit, for shoot reels, North Pole was right, not far from there.
Wow.
So
really?
we took, and he came, and he sat in the front row, and it was a big deal, and it was the full deal, and it was pretty impressive. So for a bunch of guys who because we were actually calling each other on Christmas, like doing the. Did you get letters from? So everybody's saying like, even if they didn't have kids, the guy and his wife or his girl, everybody got letters about, and it was amazing.
That's really cool. That's how you tell a story.
That's well.
So Christmassy, you know what I did the other day? I went ice skating.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
Is that on film?
No. No.
No, wait,
Where
wait.
did you go?
Did you go ice skating with ice skates, or did you slip on the ice and call it ice skating?
No. I went on with ice skates.
Oh, my
gosh.
gosh.
If by holding onto the wall for dear life and having a panic attack, because I don't ice skate. I've never been ice skating.
Did you go to the place in Maitland?
No. I went down to Kissimmee. There's a big
I'm getting
ice
ready to
skating
go
rink
play
there.
hockey out there.
What's the name of that place again?
Some kind of sports place.
Yeah.
Yeah, RDV.
RDV,
Yeah. Nope. I used to work at a hockey rink, right? An ice skating rink.
I cannot. See
No,
that.
I don't skate. Oh no. I was the ticket guy. Like I gave out
So
the
what made you
drive
get
the
on the ice
Zamboni?
skates?
I had a friend that wanted to go, so we went, and it was Maury's like,
Are we gonna go sometime?
Listen, if by definition, okay, I got on the ice, okay, and the 2 inches of the wall that was there,
Yeah.
I held on to for dear life. Like the white knuckle, like I was white knuckled to that
Really?
wall. Oh, absolutely. You
Men.
think that I can't walk from here to the door without tripping on myself.
That's true.
Let me put you have a job. Why, as grown men, are we doing things that can progress? I don't care what you did as a kid. You have a job. Chief, I can't come in. Oh, what happened? I dislocated my hip. Are you okay? Did you get cards? Something? No, they shot a goal on me and I slipped on the ice and they scored. See
You know
you
what it is?
Monday.
He's trying to get material for his next show.
Oh, for the love of Pete. Anytime they say, hey, you want to go do this? Why would I do that? I'm a grown-up.
You got to push the limits, Bill.
I pushed them.
Listen, I pushed myself. That was a lot of cardio. I went around that rink about 4 times. I was sweating. I was dying.
How the legs feel, how the
God.
calves.
Oh
and-
my!
That's
they
the
were-
worst part, right?
Oh my god!
Oh, my God.
They were terrible. I couldn't walk for like an hour. I said I need a donut just to
Oh,
feel
my
better.
gosh.
You know, for like the really little kids, they take buckets and they take the handle off and they put it, and then you can push it. Did you get to do that?
I
at all?
wanted one.
They have the walkers that
Yes,
you can
I
use?
wanted the
walkers.
walker. I looked at it. I'm like, where do I get one of those?
Oh, I wish I could have seen it.
My buddy that was with me, he's like, you will not. I said, why not? He stop. I said,
No.
okay.
All right, Frank, we're going to go one day, you and I.
No.
We're going to take Bill. We're going to do a show live.
Brother,
Live.
I can ice skate.
Are you going to ice skate?
I can ice skate. Why would I want to do that?
He's
for
more.
fun.
He's a grown man.
I also could ride a skateboard.
Listen, I'm going and playing
I
hockey
can
in a
also-
couple.
Can we
in a
just talk?
week.
Hang on, I
There's
gotta
no way.
interrupt for just a second. Maury, what is your cat's name that's up on the thing right there?
Khaleesi.
Khaleesi.
We're
So
Game of Thrones
I
fans
need
in this
to.
house.
Bill, don't move. I'm gonna take a picture of
Yeah,
this
it's mean mugging Bill over here. It's
because Khaleesi, who's up, she's now looking at his paws. When they got up, oh, there it is.
Is she gonna jump on my head and like?
I mean, she's not
He
going to.
was-
She just looks really
she
put out
was-
by your presence
Oh yeah,
being here.
she was looking at you.
She hasn't done nothing for me since I've been here either.
Yeah, she was looking at you like right now. Look at her eyes. She's like, I could take you.
Yeah.
Big
Well, how
man.
do you know? How do you know it's not a boy cat?
Well, we did do a proper check. We got her spayed
Same thing
or
with the
neutered.
reindeer. Same thing with the reindeer.
I don't. She's not up for debate. Okay. I mean,
You never know.
Bill, favorite Christmas movie?
Favorite Christmas movie? Die Hard.
Good answer. I'll take it.
Best Christmas movie ever is now. I'm torn between 3.
Okay, what do you got?
Well, actually 4 because I think It's a Wonderful Life is awesome movie, but I'm torn between
Midsummer.
Vegas.
National Lampoon's Christmas
National
Vacation,
Lampoon's.
which is basically story of our lives.
yeah. Story
Elf.
of my life.
Elf. Yep.
or Fred Claus.
Oh.
Yeah, Fred Claus sucks.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa.
Okay, it doesn't.
whoa.
Well, I mean,
And,
it's.
and this is
I
how
kinda
Maury
stand by
died,
that.
ladies and gentlemen.
Why does it suck?
Because Home Alone is obviously number one.
First of all, that is not number 1.
Are you serious?
It's not. You know why? Because they made number 2 and number 3.
I think there was 4 and 5 as well.
Well, okay, but there's only 2 that count because
No,
Kevin McAllister.
Rambo. No. Once you keep going with the numbers, they consecutively suck.
Yeah, I mean, look. Never mind. Anyway,
Group them together, they suck.
I mean, Kevin McAllister, Macaulay Culkin, he's now wrestling. So I mean, that
Yeah, that's great,
obviously
great.
Home Alone worked out really well for him. Anyway,
Wow.
Oh, so wait a minute. That's a shot at wrestling?
No, that's a shot at
Saying
Macaulay
after
Culkin.
you're famous, then you have nothing better to do but to
Then
wrestle?
you just go wrestle.
That's what
willy-nilly.
you
That
said.
was a shot at
That's what
Macaulay.
you just said.
Macaulay Culkin.
No, I firmly believe.
Nope.
You
Absolutely.
want Bill to walk out on this show? You know he's
I'm not
sensitive.
walking out. I'm not
he's
showing up
he
next
hasn't
week.
left. If he didn't leave after your story, he ain't going anywhere.
That's true.
All right, I'm sorry, Mr. Dial Up over there.
So, Mr. Yeah, it was Lance Storm. Lance Storm and Kevin Nash were my two
Oh
characters.
my God, we're back.
Why?
They were a tag team too.
How about the NWO going to Hall of Fame?
Yeah, that's right. Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Sean Waltman, and Hulk Hogan.
How do you feel about that? Because, there's all the topic on if they should have had all 500 members or just the original 3, if Eric Bischoff should have inducted.
Well, they don't know who's inducting yet, do they?
No,
they haven't
not
announced.
as of today.
Yeah. I don't. I thought it was really cool until it was red and black and red and white and Mexican NWO and
Did they ever try to get
short
you to do anything
NWO
with that?
and black NWO. And
Did they ever
no.
try-
I was never NWO cool. I was misfit savvy.
Well, I loved you in the Misfits. I mean, I thought that was.
I was
my
never.
favorite,
I was
but-
not. That was the thing. They had such a. They didn't realize how big their little clique was. It compromised 72 people.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a lot of people.
Now,
It was so bad that Virgil was back in it.
that's
If you want to
Twice.
hear a good Virgil story, no, we're not going into that.
no, we don't. Were you NWO original or were you Wolfpack?
It's so tough because I was such a
Wolfpack.
Sting guy, and I loved the tomato Sting.
A tomato stain.
And
Sting,
probably
if
more
you're
Wolfpack.
listening, we are so sorry.
Yeah, But yeah, no, I was more of a Wolfpack guy. They were just so darn cool.
Batista, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah, who do you?
Who's next?
They haven't said yet.
They haven't said we're
Misfits in
chomping
action?
at the big, so we want to go. Yeah, the Misfits. I heard they're gonna get the nod.
Yeah. I heard they're gonna get the nod in 2342.
So let's be hypothetical here, right? Let's say one day the Misfits or you do get inducted in the Hall of Fame.
I got news for you. If the Misfits ever go to Hall of Fame, wrestling's a work. Let's just go there right now.
Who would induct you into the Hall of Fame?
Oh, Jimmy Hart.
Yeah? Why Jimmy Hart?
Well, I mean,
Were you guys close? or-
yeah. Jimmy Hart kept my head on swivel.
That's awesome. I actually didn't know that about you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. He kept me from being my own worst enemy.
Wow. I hear it's so funny because
It's not a joke with him. Like if he's your manager, like that was the thing on screen. He was my manager, but he took to me. Like a lot of guys, I was fortunate enough. A lot of guys took to me behind the scenes, but Jimmy took to me behind the scenes, and I'd listen to him. So I wanted his advice and stuff. So Jimmy was just always, oh, I got this baby, and how about this baby, and everything was about life and the business, not just our match in 10 minutes, or the next night. It was about how do longevity and stuff like that.
Wow.
So, I mean, Jimmy'd be cool to induct me.
That's all. Do you ever still talk to him?
When I see him, it's like like we just saw each other last week.
I was
But
gonna say, isn't he here pretty often?
he's up Daytona, right? He's got a restaurant or something in
Yeah,
Daytona.
yeah. It's like a outside bar.
Yeah,
and grill.
but I don't
want to go to.
You
it.
know, and you guys know me. I'm not in public
Ever?
ever.
ever.
No, not at all. We went to dinner last night in public.
Where'd you guys go?
We went to Ruth Chris's Steakhouse.
Yeah.
So we get in, and the lady said, "Can I have your name?" It's Demotts, and she says, "Well, happy anniversary." I turn around and go, "How do you know it's my anniversary?" Lacey goes, "Easy. You have to put it in there when you make the reservations." I'm like, "Oh,
Well, it's so funny too.
I don't like people knowing stuff about me."
Well, it was so funny because my wife Crystal came over to your house for
Yeah.
the big meeting, and she was saying how your house is on lockdown. There's a security with a gate, and you have to give them your info. And she's like, "I'm here to see the Demotts," and then he called you guys to see if that was like okay.
Yeah,
if that was-
yeah.
So you are really a private person.
Yeah, I don't want. There's my cousin again. Hey, how you doing? I go to church on Sunday. That's
Yeah, we
my
see you
distance.
there Sunday.
That's my distance. That's as far as I go. Timber Creek High School. unless we're traveling. That's it.
Yeah, right.
I don't-
Do you have you ever had like a fan like come to your house or?
Not here. Early on, when the girls were in elementary school, I was in a 1-bedroom apartment at the time, and it was like 2:00 in the morning, and Lacey had just moved down to Florida.
Were you were in Georgia?
In Titusville.
Titusville.
We were in Titusville. And so she saw a shadow go across we're in the bottom floor of the apartment building. A shadow go across the window.
Oh, that's
She freaks out.
terrible
so
idea.
From the inside or like it was on the outside?
we were on the inside.
Okay.
They were on the outside of the window. So she said, there's something there. So I got up and do what I do and followed the guy's shadow. He met right at the front door, and I looked at the people and the guys there, and I told him, I said, you have exactly 2 seconds to move away from this door before I blow your head off.
Wow.
And I was not even remotely close to joking.
Was he there for you or?
Boom, he took off. Wow. 2 days later, I get a letter in the mailbox. The guy's kid is in my kid's class. He followed us home, and he just wanted to talk to me and say hello. I got out of the car in car line and tried to introduce myself to his jugular.
Wow.
He came, he followed me home. I had Casey on a motorcycle one day. He followed us back to see where I lived. And then decided 2:00 in the morning while he was out was a good time to come and try and talk wrestling.
Was he drunk at the time?
I don't know. All I know is 2 days later when he said that thing, I went and found him out. Ask Lacey that story. She'll tell it a whole different way.
Wow.
But so I don't like people.
Well, you love people.
You
like
yeah,
privacy.
I
though.
like people, but I like my privacy. I don't like because people do weird stuff, man.
Yeah. Well,
People
we're in a
do-
weird day and age,
people-
but even back then, I guess.
And that's the thing. You're talking about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, 20 for 30 years. I mean, you've had people they cancel your flights, they cancel your hotels, they make sure you can't leave towns. They make sure they
people did that.
I walked into a room and had somebody in my room waiting for me.
Wow.
I go, oh, I'm sorry, it's the wrong room. No, I told them
You're like, well, you're a cute girl, so
you
can
go
stay.
downstairs. You go downstairs and say I need a different room. Well, your room's ready. That's not my room. It's somebody in it. So that's your wife. It's not my wife. You didn't know who my wife is. Wow. But that's all I had to do at the time, So all the wackadoos, going back to your point, yeah, it's gated and you got to come and they got to call and
That's crazy. Like I've never had the luxury of having.
It's
that
not
kind
a
of
luxury,
experience.
man. It's actually brutal. It's a terrible thing to I'm actually, lack of a better term, I'm afraid of being out. And we talk. My thing is let me do my thing and then let me go back where I belong.
Yeah.
So Christmassy and talking right along those lines about wackadoos. I'm a wackadoo.
In the IFNGCW.
CWF. No, so I'm at Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, right?
Wait, when?
Oh, this was, I don't know, 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Okay, I think it was the 11th. So like 8 days ago. So I'm standing in line in the American Pavilion to go get the hot chocolate or eggnog and the chocolate chip cookie or whatever it was. And I look, and maybe 10 people away from me, but the line curved around. So they were on the other one, maybe not 10, maybe like 50. But he was on the other side, right? But we're separated. Adam Cole and Britt Baker.
No way.
Yes. I started jumping up and down. My friend was like, what are you doing? I said, that's Adam Cole and Britt Baker. And he's like, okay, and who are they? I'm like, I don't like you anymore.
Yeah, I would have kicked him out of my
Yes.
friendship.
So the other people around are like, they're like, what is this crazy dude doing, right? Why is he freaking out over people line? You know what I did not do? Go bother Adam Cole and Britt Baker.
Because
They're out enjoying that's their time.
But it's bad enough because you have to be this tall to ride the rides anyway. So he can't get on half those rides.
I felt bad. No, although I did tell my buddy, I'm like, look.
It's a problem, right? It is.
If we're walking around and they go on a ride, we are going right behind them.
Yeah.
I will go single rider. I don't care.
It's such a problem, man.
Do you know what happened to me? So you guys were both at my wedding. You remember my best man who gave the worst toast because everybody thought he was then going to propose to his girlfriend?
Right.
So I met him through wrestling school.
Right.
So, we're big wrestling fans. We come from a super, super small
Did he not
town.
propose?
No, but we all thought he was going.
So
it was
he's
really,
single.
We didn't think of. No, he has a girlfriend, but during his
How
toast,
much does he pay her?
I don't know, but probably a lot. But it was weird during our toast. During his toast, he just went on about his girlfriend instead of about us. It was kind of weird. But anyways, so we're at a little dinky Chinese restaurant.
That was
right?
weird.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
that
this,
was really.
is this a Kurt Angle story?
Yeah.
Yeah, you told that on one.
Did I tell it on here?
Yeah.
No, I didn't tell it on here.
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah.
About how he started saying how Kurt Angle sucked right to him?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
check the archives, everybody, if you want to go into that story.
If you want to listen, I think there was episode 2 or 3.
Audio on. I'm losing it, man.
So have you ever had anybody do that? An actual fan who they notice you and they're like, "Hey, so you know who sucks? Bill Demott."
No, they used to go. They used to try and do the laugh, running up and go. Shut the.
You had people do
It's
it
not
with
fun.
you
Just stop. What can I do for you?
to get you
You want
away
me to
as quick
sign
as
this? You want to take the
possible.
picture? What
what
is it?
craziest fan interaction, Bill? What?
Yeah, have you ever had like one that just takes the cake, the Christmas cake, Christmas episode?
Yeah, I mean the people
Anyone
that
that
were
takes-
people that waited in your room and changed your travel and all that stuff. So there was a girl. Casey and I were just talking about this the other day because I'm fortunate, and I say this all kidding aside. I'm blessed. We still get fan mail and stuff, and so when anybody sends anything, you sign it and get it right back out to them, no matter what it is. I don't care. Everybody gets their stuff back and make sure. So I was telling Casey the time towards the end of the year, and it's tax time in WCW. I get a check in the mail, except it's not a check; it's an invoice for like just over $10,000 that I owed him.
WCW?
Yeah,
Or the
and
IRS?
no, WCW.
Okay.
So I'm looking at him going, "Oh, they're not paying me; they want me to pay them." And I'm looking at him going, "What is this?" So I call. Why do I have an invoice for 10? Well, your webmaster got this stuff throughout the year, so we just figured we'd bill you at the end because it's a lot of stuff, Bill. I said, "My what?" that your
Yeah, what is
webmaster, your webmaster made monthly requests. So merchandise, magazines, all things, especially if I was in it and things like that. And I said to the guy, I said, "Let me ask you a question. One meet and greet if I ever asked for anything." "Well, no." I said, "And anything I want, I usually could get on my own, right?" "Yeah." "Why would I have a webmaster and tell me where my webpage is because I don't know what you're talking about?" I said, "I don't have a way." He goes, "Bill, we've been sending this girl stuff over the course of the year, and it comes to over just under $12,000 worth of stuff." Wow. I'm like, "Brother, I have no idea who she is. I don't have a web." And they're like, now they're mad at me because they think I duped them.
Wow.
And it turned out to be one of the other boys' girls who had a thing for the Laughing Man, who claimed his website, and she just kept collecting anything I was in.
Wow.
But shirts and pay-per-views and all this stuff, and I'm like, they're wackadoos, man.
She really liked the Laughing Man.
But the same person would stand in line every week, went and you'd sign it, not realizing I'm paying for the stuff I'm signing, and she's keeping it, and she's selling it. And I'm going, what in the hell is going on here?
That's amazing.
People were strange back then. I think now fans are pretty much, they'll let you know, hey, you want to sign this? No, screw you, and they're not going to follow you anymore. You know, now social media is different. But back when you had fans, I was a firm believer, and anybody waited for you, you signed until there was nobody left. I never once could charge for a picture. In the days when it was Polaroids, back before you all were born, they used to pay $5 a Polaroid. And the guys, independent guys, would make no money, but you'd make a killing on Polaroids.
Wow.
And $5 a Polaroid, you'd leave with $400 or $500 in Polaroid money. I couldn't do it. So I'd buy all this Polaroid film, and you'd have to keep and have someone take the picture.
Put it in the right way.
And I just let everybody take a Polaroid and take it with. I could never do it. And 30 years in, I can't sell merchandise.
Wow.
I think that's the biggest. Like, you already bought a ticket, you're in, right? Like, what's the deal?
So, Bill, I think I know the answer, but the people waiting outside the venue, at 11 o'clock when the show got out, you signed and did things for them.
If I was a fan favorite or in the eyes of the fans that way, yes.
Right.
But if I was
The heel.
the the not so come talk to me guy, Bill Demott or Hugh Morris, I got in my car and nobody existed. That was just the way it was.
So besides making fun of Kurt Angle face to face, did you ever do anything stupid or ever mark out in front of
Yeah.
who?
I think I might have said this on the story too. So, wrestling came to Pittsburgh. This is like mid 2000s, and I worked at a pizza shop, and it was a small pizza shop, and My one friend was like a big wrestling fan. Yeah, I was the biggest wrestling fan still to this day of any friend I know besides you. And, well, you, Bill, you do.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I said, hey, are you working, the night of the show? And he said, no. And I said, what if we just take a bunch of pizzas and see if they let us in? We wear our stuff. We put on our hat. We dress up and see if they let us in the back. And he said, I mean, what are you going to do? Say no to pizza? So we were able to buy pizzas it was like $2, for a large. And our manager was cool. He's like, dude, if you're willing to like go take some business cards, like I'll give you like 20 a piece for free. Like pizza ain't gonna cost me that much, and go see what you could do, right? So I said, okay, cool. So we're driving. Well, it's like a 50-minute drive because you got the Parkway, and we don't have enough bags for 40 pizzas. So we like got a couple that are even remotely warm at this point. We go to the side. There's a guy standing. I said, hey, we're at this pizza place. We got pizzas. And the guy looks at me like an alien. He's like, who ordered that? He's like, they're already catering in there and everything, man. He's like, I didn't, nobody told me about pizza. And I was like, no, yeah. I mean, you could call our manager. And our manager was cool. He's like, yeah, I'll tell them that they placed an order, right? So he's like, he's like, is that all pizza you guys got there? He's like, yeah, we got more in the car because we can only have like 8 or so a piece, and there's like 20 a piece. I mean, he had an SUV and we put seats on, we just loaded it. So he's like, okay. He's like, I don't know what to do with this. He's like, I mean, you got a lot of pizza, and he's like lifting the boxes to see. He's like, I'll be right back. So he comes back out, and it was like 15 minutes later. So now we're like, oh, this pizza's ruined, And he's like, I mean, I guess bring it in. I don't know what to tell you. He's like, so we pull up our car and he sees all the pizza. He's like, holy hell, that's a lot of pizza. He's like, well, I guess bring it in. Nobody knows what's going on. I'm confused. He's like, let's hope I don't get fired tonight. Bring it in. So he's helping us carry it in. He's like, boys, where's the bags? The pizza's freezing. He's like, these boxes are cold. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, So we get in, we put it down. And there's like executive looking people and catering people and, no wrestler. Although I do think I saw Matt. Well, I know I saw Matt Hardy walk by. And, we're like, oh my God, oh my God. And we're like, oh, okay, now's the part where the guy's like going to be totally cool. We put our manager on speaker and he's like, yeah, it's all authorized. Oh, it's all paid for. We're good. And he's like, do you have a receipt you could give the guys? And he's like, no, he's a guy, don't worry about it. Trying to play it up. And I'm thinking like, okay, we're in. And the guy's like, all right, guys, have a good night. He kicks us out. And I don't know whatever happened with the pizza. I don't know. Were you there at that point?
Just for the record, that's story number 3.
Well,
no, I was not. I would have remembered that.
Well,
because I probably would have ribbed you.
Okay, I can tell you what show it was. It was the build-up with Shawn Michaels and Hulk Hogan. It was the go-away show.
You could tell me every match on there. It wouldn't help me.
The Immortal versus the Icon. That was a good match.
Bill says I can't face myself.
People do that all the time. Hey, remember that match? No. Listen, here's who was on the card. I don't care.
Remember that place on your passport?
Nope.
That match happened in Thailand, Bill.
Thailand. There's something. There's got to be something.
Yeah, we took the pizza there.
There's a little Billy Demotts in Thailand.
Well, on that note, we have a couple of things to talk about real quick. This is, again...
something very important.
Yeah, 2 very important things to talk about coming up. So
we should have went to important way long time ago.
We should have started and finished.
Y'all missed me way too much because this was a jibber jabber.
This was. We didn't talk about anything that I had planned, but this is great.
Well, good, because I didn't know any of the stuff you had planned.
That's true. We have to start including him on our
No, do not include me on anything. I like it so much better this way.
Yeah, because he doesn't remember.
In all fairness, we haven't seen each other in a couple weeks, so maybe we should have hung out beforehand. The next show, I promise, will be only slightly as bad.
No, you can't promise it's going to be bad.
So, listen. No, I think it'll be good. I mean, we coming into the new year, we got a lot coming in. I mean, listen, WrestleMania is right around the corner, right? We got
no.
Yes, it's April. April 5th.
This is December.
I know. It's 4 months away.
Around the corner is January.
Nah, it's 90 days.
It's like a New York corner.
We're there. We're in WrestleMania. We are on the road to WrestleMania.
First of all,
Royal Rumble.
No. I know the bookings start. No, Road to WrestleMania starts at Survivor Series, okay? Because things start coming into play. You're like, all right, I see where they could be going here. This is what, right? At Survivor Series, okay? I mean, no.
Anyway.
So, it is right around the corner. On Saturday, December 21st.
Which is literally 2 days from now.
Right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
Correct.
That is right around the corner.
We have don't call it a cop-out comedy show at the Marriott downtown Orlando with Vinny Montez and Oscar Daniels. Tickets are $25. Go online, purchase your ticket. It all goes to a great, great cause. We're going to have a great night hanging out with Vinny and OD. It's going to be fantastic. I heard Jimmy Rook may be in the house. Yeah, it's funny because you got
I did hear that.
Yeah, Oscar Daniels has 4 million followers across all of his social media. Vinny Montez has, I think, almost 1 million across his social media. I have about 5 on my social media. So, I mean, I'm right there, okay?
Did they like a little video promo, huh?
That's all good to go. So we have that coming up. So buy your tickets online. It all goes to a great cause, goes to the Carrie Ann Demotts Foundation. We also have another really important event coming up January 18th at the UCF Pegasus Ballroom. We have the 4th annual Carrie Ann Demotts Foundation dinner banquet. Fantastic evening. Go online, buy your tickets. I hope to see everybody there. It is wonderful. Great cause, great night. Just overall a great thing. And those are 2 events right around the corner. And all of the comedy show, Moore's not going to be there, but the other guys, me and Bill will be at the comedy show, and all 3 of us will be at the dinner banquet.
Maury should be at the comedy show and open up with the reindeer story. Because anybody after that's going to be a laugh riot.
Let me tell you, you guys want to sell some tickets? I'm going to tell that story for free, and that'll bring all the tickets in.
If you tell that story, I would sit there. I would sit there and let you tell.
All right, I tell you what. Give me 5 minutes. I can wrap it up. Give me the 5 minutes.
No. You take the full 12. Take the full 12.
But seriously, everybody, in all seriousness, come out to the Carrie Ann Demotts Foundation dinner banquet, 4th annual, Pegasus Ballroom at UCF.
Yep.
It is going to be just such an amazing night.
Hosted by Trooper Steve.
Yeah,
Hosted by Trooper Steve.
We'll talk about that more in the next couple of weeks.
More
importantly.
Social media.
More importantly. Safe, healthy, happy, Merry Christmas. All that good stuff. All the stuff that makes it worthwhile. All joking aside, everybody be safe, and it's been a quick. I mean, we come back in a new decade, for crying out loud.
I know. This is
They thought I wasn't gonna make it.
I couldn't see you doing that, Bill, because I don't have 20/20 vision. What? Never mind. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody in between, I saved it. I did. I waited for it. Have a merry, happy, wonderful Christmas.
2020 vision.
2020 vision.
Mistletoe.
Listen,
Hashtag mistletoe.
I got that from a meme. You didn't like the meme? Listen, in 2019, what were the memes? 2020 vision.
What is the meme?
Epstein didn't kill himself.
Oh, yeah.
What is Epstein didn't kill himself?
You don't know. That's a whole nother episode.
I know. Welcome back, Connor.
If you want to know about Epstein not killing himself, tune in next week.
That's right.
Magic the Wrestling Podcast.
I got to come here to learn things. This is the problem.
If you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Merry Christmas.
Mistletoe.
Mistletoe.